Hey, we are putting Wilt Chamberlain in the 2003 draft to see how he can alter NBA history. He is going to be the best player in this draft because when he got drafted, as soon as he got drafted, he started averaging 37 and 27. So I definitely think it makes sense for him to be the best player in this draft at this point. But this all starts off with the draft lottery, obviously. Assuming he goes number one, which will probably happen. LeBron James is also still really good. You never know what could happen, man. Blazers are projected the number one overall pick in the NBA draft, and the Orlando Magic are going to get number one overall pick. The Blazers will fall to 2. The Grizzlies will get 3. The Heat will get 4, and the Chicago Bulls will get the 5th overall pick. Number one overall pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic are going to select Wilt Chamberlain, 7'1", 275 pounds. He is going to the Orlando Magic, and then with the number 2 pick, the Blazers are going to select LeBron James, and number 3 is going to be Dwayne Wade to the Grizzlies. Number 4 is going to be Carmelo Anthony to the Heat, and then 5 is going to be Chris Bosh to the Chicago Bulls, an all-time draft, obviously. Notice Wilt Chamberlain's going to start his career off with Tracy McGrady. Dude, this team is going to win championships for the future. I did put his overall down to a 96. I feel like the 99 right off the bat was a little too crazy. I mean, 96 might already be, so you can argue he could be a 99 right away, but I didn't want it to be a 99 right out of the draft. I did put him as a 96. I feel that's a little more, I feel that'll be a little more fair for now. He'll obviously be a 99 by the end of his career, if not next season at this point. But yeah, Wilt Chamberlain paired with T-Mac, we got Mike Miller, we got Grant Hill, we got Jack Vaughn, Stephen Hunter. This obviously is a really good team, and I'm excited to see what Wilt Chamberlain could do alongside Tracy McGrady. I ain't gonna lie, dude. Tracy McGrady and Wilt Chamberlain might be a dynasty for the future. I'm not gonna lie with you, because we gotta remember, dude, Wilt Chamberlain was averaging 50. So I wonder what he can do now. We're about to see right now what he can do in his rookie season. Only player to drop 100 points, which is absolutely insane. Chamberlain in just year number 1 already wins the MVP, averaging 29 points per game. Like, look at this, dude. 29 points per game, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.3 steals, 3.1 blocks, shooting 62% from the field. Obviously, this wasn't the best free throw shooter, as we all know, but incredible season from Wilt Chamberlain, winning an MVP in his first year. He obviously won Rookie of the Year, too, and he won Defensive Player of the Year. So an outstanding season from him, as Doc Rivers and your Orlando Magic went 66 and 16. He still averaged 32 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. But Wilt Chamberlain, obviously, probably has blocked himself, got him the MVP. So, like I said, really good season from these two guys. Mike Miller averaged 16 points. Grant Hill was 12. Imagine if Grant Hill was on this prime. It would have been so good. But obviously, a little washed now. But okay. In round 1, we got the Boston Celtics. So, I believe we should be able to win the championship. But who knows? Against the Boston Celtics in round 1, we are going to sweep them. Now, we got the New Orleans Hornets with Gilbert Arenas. Looks like they signed him in free agency. They got Jamal Bunchburn as well. But against the Hornets, we are going to sweep them. Now we got the Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Billups, John Barry. They got Carlos Boozer, Ben Wallace. Against the Pistons, we are going to beat them in 5. They'll play the Los Angeles Clippers in the finals. The Clippers don't really have the most special team. I'm going to lie with you. I think we should be able to beat them. I think so, as we are going to beat them in 6. And Tracy McGrady wins the finals MVP. Wilt Chamberlain stats in the playoffs. We can go ahead and look at that. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 25, 15. Obviously, this list can continue to get better. This guy's only a rookie putting up these numbers. Already up to a 99 overall. T-Mac is up to a 97. Mike Miller up to a 83. Jack Vaughn is up to a 77. Grant Hill starting to regress like crazy. Steve Blake, looks like we drafted him last year as well. He is up to a 76. And then Pat Garrett, he's up as well to a 75. Another MVP for Wilt Chamberlain this year. He managed to improve his numbers to 31.5 points per game, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.32 once again. But he averaged almost 4 blocks per game, shooting 63% from the field. Somehow he managed to improve these numbers, which is absolutely insane. Dwight Howard won Rookie Year. He obviously won the Defensive Player of the Year, too. Made All-NBA first team as well as Tracy McGrady. Marion is at the free throw line. Marion first free throw is, I guess that's the second one, but he made it. Okay, it's a 4-point game here. Dude, give this ball to Wilt Chamberlain. I don't want to, I guess T-Mac as well, but T-Mac and Wilt absolutely dominate. T-Mac stepped back and would have got the rebound to see, but nice shot from Tracy McGrady. Nice mid-range there. Tracy McGrady is one of my favorite players, but Sean Marion has it. Marion, even though he didn't win a championship, but John Marion has it. Marion is guarded right now. I mean, good defense. He's going to give it to Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom over to, I don't know how to pronounce that name. He's going to shoot the three. He's going to make it, though. So, yeah, I don't love leaving him open, honestly. It's about a minute and 14 seconds left. Mike Miller actually has the most points. No, he does. That's his comparison. My bad. But Tracy McGrady has it. He's going to get the screen. Tracy McGrady is going to drive. He's going to lay it in, which is amazing, obviously. We got that point. Down by 3. We need to stop on defense. Sean Marion has it. Marion is guarded by Stephen Hunter right now. Marion's going to get the screen. Marion is looking. He's going to step back. Okay, good defense from Stephen Hunter. Marion's going to take it up. He's going to get blocked. Honestly, we have a twin tower lineup in right now. But Mike Miller has it. He's going to get stopped by Lamar Odom. Let's not force up a dumb shot here, honestly. Get this ball to Wilt Chamberlain, man. I'm so serious. Nobody's should be able to stop him. But Jack Vaughn has it. There we go. Here's what. All right. I didn't expect that to happen. Like, I really did not expect that to happen right there. But it did. Wilt Chamberlain just got owned by a Clippers player. Who even was that, by the way? Who just blocked him? Was that Donald? It wasn't Donald Harvey. Look, he's not even in the game right now. Michael, just owned him. I ain't gonna lie. That was a tough block. I didn't expect him to do that, honestly. With that long wingspan, I didn't expect him to get up there and block that, but it's okay. We're still gonna have the ball down by 3. 25 seconds left. Jack Vaughn has it. Jack Vaughn, 2 seconds to hoist up something. I don't love that shot attempt, but even if we do lose, we are going to a game 7. So at the end of the day, we should be good. Marco has it. Marco's first free throw is good. Marco's second free throw is also good. He's going to make both. It's going to be a timeout by the Orlando Magic as we are down. As we need to get a 3, honestly. That's the way we need to do this. We need to get a 3-pointer. Let's see what's happening right now. So we can make it a 2-point game. We can make it a 3. All right. So Stephen Hunter's going to inbound. Hunter is going to pass it to Mike Miller. Mike Miller has it. Mike Miller's going to drive. He's going to – okay, it went in, so I guess I can't really be mad. We just need, hopefully, for them to miss the free throws. He's going to give it to Jarkic. Marco has it. So Marco needs to miss at least one of these free throws for us to have a chance. He is gone. It's going to bounce in. Damn. Okay. The second one is also going to go in. So, all right, another timeout with the Magic. Overweight and Stephen Hunter's going to inbound. We need a 3. We can't keep playing this 2s game. They're obviously not missing. So Jack Vaughn is going to shoot it. Jack Vaughn 3 is no good. We're going to a game 7. I didn't like that hop in. I don't like the way we played at all. I feel like we played. I don't know. I don't like how we played. We weren't utilizing Chamberlain at all, which he's obviously the point of this video, but no clue why we weren't utilizing him. Game 7 time in Orlando. Last 10. I don't think this team is good at all. Must be missing something here, but looks like we're gonna beat them. Okay, we're gonna beat them at 7. Thank goodness. 120 to 105. Wilt Chamberlain 41 to 19, and just like that, we're gonna win our second championship in the video in the second season. These were Wilt's final stats. We're still at 99 overall at this point, as we all know. Mike Miller's going up. Jack Vaughn's going up. Steve Blake is up. We do got Pat and Grant Hill regressing down at 73 overall, though. But it's time to see how year number 3 goes. See if we can get a 3P, honestly. For Wilt Chamberlain at this point, he averaged up his points and rebounds, assists, everything once again. So 33 points per game, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, up his steals to 1.7, up his blocks to 4.2, shooting 62% from the field. Honestly, this might be the GOAT already. Obviously, not averaging what he did in real life, like 50 points. But this is honestly the closest we might be able to get, which is absolutely insane. And number 1 seed, once again, 67 and 15. Player stats, we had about 33 from Wilt Chamberlain, 30 from T-Mac, 17 from Mike Miller. We had 8 from Danny Baker. But around when we got the Washington Wizards, the Wizards, they have Baron David, Jerry Stackhouse. Should be easy first round win, in my opinion. We're going to beat them at 5. To play the Bulls in round 2. The Bulls have Speedy Claxton, Jamal Crawford, Jalen Rose, Chris Bosh, Tyson Chandler. I'm pretty sure we beat this team last year. Hopefully we could beat them again, as we are going to beat them in 5. To play the Detroit Pistons in round 2. The Pistons have Chauncey, JR, Corey McGetty. We beat this team last year, if I can think so as well. I think we beat them. We are going to beat them in 6 to play the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves have Troy Hudson. They have Michael. They have Wally. They have Kevin Garnett, though. Prime Kevin Garnett. This might be harder. Game 1, they're going to take. Hold on. Game 2, we're going to even it up, though. We're up 2-1. They even up 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we're going to beat them at 6 with Wilt Chamberlain averaging 38 and 20 in the finals. What the heck, dude? Stats were low-key the same thing, absolutely insane. He averaged 34 points per game, 20 rebounds, 3.5 blocks. This guy is absolutely insane. And overall, he is at this point. T-Mac went down overall, which is interesting. Mike Miller did as well, which I don't really get. Steve Blake is going up, though. Theo Ratliff looks like we signed him in free agency to be the backup. He's going down, so obviously not much progression from our guys, which sucks. Grant Hill's still here. He's down to a 70, though. There's another MVP for Wilt Chamberlain and another Defensive Player of the Year. We're the #1 seed once again, finished off 67 and 15 on the season. Player stats around 31 from Wilt Chamberlain. Once again, great rebounds, a lot of blocks as well. 28 from Tracy McGrady, 15 from Mike Miller. But yeah, time to see if we can go ahead and beat the Charlotte Bobcats in round 1. Chris Paul's on the team, Josh Childress, Shane Battier, Andre. It's a pretty solid team, I'm going to lie with you. They're young, though. Maybe in a couple of years. We're going to sweep them. Now we got the Detroit Pistons, which we've been just beating them every year at this point. I expect the same results this year, too. Oh, hold on. Maybe I should stop being a little too cocky, but now we got Chicago. Obviously, still got the same team relatively, but against Chicago, we are going to beat them at 6 to play the Phoenix Suns. The Suns have Fawn Marbury, Joe Johnson, Walt Ding, Murray Stoudemire, Jeffrey Moore. Not a bad team by any means. Against Phoenix, we are going to beat them at 5. And Wilt Chamberlain wins another Finals MVP, or another championship, as I should say. Wilt Chamberlain has won 4 championships, 4 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs, made the All-Star team 4 times, All-NBA First Team 4 times, and Defensive Player of the Year 4 times. All in 4 years. This is literally all he played in the NBA, 4 years, which is crazy. He a restricted free agent this year, so he's probably going to remain with the Orlando Magic. Obviously, I wouldn't see worries why the Magic wouldn't want him back, honestly. So he has offers from the Timberwolves, Rockets, Wizards, probably every team that has a max contract, obviously. But I honestly want him to go back to the Magic. I want him to keep winning rings with Tracy McGrady. He'll probably resign. He's going to resign. He's restricted. But LeBron James, I haven't really heard much about him at all. Wilt Chamberlain has been stealing this show, and he's been amazing as well. It's crazy. Expected. Wilt Chamberlain wanted to go to the Timberwolves. He was going to stay on the Timberwolves until the Orlando Magic matched his contract. So he will remain with the Orlando Magic. Tried to offer Yao Ming, but that's not going to work. So his T-Mac is obviously coming. Wilt Chamberlain is coming back. What did the Timberwolves have, by the way? I'm just trying to see. Let's say if the Magic did match and he decided to go to the Timberwolves, obviously. They did have Kevin Garnett and Vince Carter, but I don't think Vince Carter would have been able to be signed because they probably would have money for do that. Enough money for that. But they could have had Kevin Garnett and Wilt Chamberlain together, which would have been interesting, but I'm fine in Orlando personally. But this Anthony Robertson guy, I think he's auto-generated, though. He's going up to a 78, so that's nice. We also signed Kirk Henrich in free agency, so that's pretty good. Or he'd been here since last year, I didn't even realize. But Derek Anderson, also, we signed him in free. That's a good signing. So, yeah, not a bad free agency class. I mean, we got Glenn Davis in the draft this year. We also got Brian, which, it's a pretty good player, though. Nice power forward. So, not a bad offseason by any means. I'll take it. Okay, a little bit of a dip scoring-wise for him, 28.5 points per game. I'm going to say this is still a pretty good season, 28.5 points per game, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals, and 3.6 blocks. I would take this from my starting center every day, honestly, if I was building an NBA team. Kevin Durant wins Rookie of the Year with the Mavericks, and I'm pretty sure this means he's playing with Dirk, so that'll be interesting to see if they can eventually take us down or something like that. LeBron James is absolutely cooking in Portland, winning Defensive Player of the Year. He stole it from Wilt Chamberlain, man. He averaged 32, 10, 6, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He was probably him and Wilt in the running to get MVP, and I'm guessing, obviously, Wilt stole it away, but it's crazy how I said Wilt completely stole his spotlight in the 2003 draft, which is this wild. But all right, this year I'm going to finish the #2 seed as well. So looks like we might have shown a little bit of regression, but we got Detroit in round 1. It's not a regression from T-Mac, right? He's still putting up some good numbers. Yeah, these guys do put up some great numbers. I guess it's just the team. I guess the team around them might not be good enough. I don't know. But we got Detroit in round one, as we are going to beat them another year. Then we got the Miami Heat, and the Heat have Andre Miller, Daniel Gibson, Carmelo Anthony. I haven't played this team yet, so it'll be interesting to see if this team can take us down. We're going to beat them in 7. I got scared for a second. Now we got the 1-seeded Bulls. That's still the 1 seed from us. They got Jamal Crawford. I think we can still beat this team. They don't look better than us. They're gonna take game 1. They're gonna take game 2. We're gonna take game 3. We might lose. We're going to lose. So Wilt Chamberlain and Tracy McGrady have finally gotten eliminated in the playoffs. They're going to fall short of winning 5 championships in a row. But at the end of the day, we won 4 championships in a row, so I'm not really mad. The Supersonics won the championship. Chris Bosh went to Seattle. So he left Chicago after 4 years, went to the Supersonics. Wilt and T-Mac are still staying the same. The rest of the team is regressing, though. Mike Miller, Anthony Robertson is going up, as well as Glenn Davis. That helps. Looks like we were able to get Chris Humphries and Freezy going from the Cavaliers, which is cool. We got, I'm going to say, there's nobody else really. Eddie House is somebody that's new with the team. So we got him in free, which will be another good signing. So solid also. We got Nate Robinson as well in the draft. No, we ended up signing him from the Thunder, okay. Or he was on the team last year. I didn't notice, but all right, we'll see if we can end our drought. We're not really in a drought. It's slow. Like I said, a 1-year thing. We'll see if we can go back to winning championships, though. Scoring dip from Wilt Chamberlain this year. Really averaged 24 points per game, only 13 rebounds, a career low on both points and rebounds, a career low on blocks. What's going on with Wilt? He's only 27 years old, man. He still won MVP. I can't really be upset at all. He didn't win defensive player. He's going to LeBron James now, but hopefully we're not showing any main signs of regression just yet. We got the New Jersey Nets in round 1, though. We ended up being 68-14. Another great record. We had 28 from Tracy McGrady. He's still playing at a high level, obviously. I wonder what it is. I know it's not his shot. I know that's a 99. They're always going to be 99. So who knows, man? Who knows why he took a scoring and rebounding and blocked it. But in round 1, we are going to beat the Nets. Now we got the Bobcats once again. So they've got a lot better, like I said. I knew in a couple of years they'd be a good team. We are going to beat them at foul to play the Boston Celtics. They have Steve Nash, Monte Ellis, Paul Pierce, Eddie Curry. They got Yee. So against the Boston Celtics, we are going to beat them at 7 to be back in the finals and play the Oklahoma City Thunder. So Gilbert Arena. This was the Seattle Supersonics that I believe won the championship last year. They obviously turned to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So against the Thunder, we are going to lose in 5 as Gilbert Arenas will win Finals MVP. So man, that definitely does something. Not used to us losing in the finals, but we didn't. Man, not how I want. I was expecting, Wilt Chamberlain at least turn up in the playoffs, but he actually kind of went down to get the blocks went up. That's really it. Regressing, maybe. He's not regressing, so that's not the problem. Hopefully, we could see a great bounce back year from Wilt Chamberlain. Glenn Davis is going up. Chris Humphries is going up. Looks like we signed Jamal to be our backup center. He is going down 2 overalls, though. Deshaun Stevenson, like I said, we got him in free agency, which will be a good option. Obviously, great defender, pretty good shooter, if I can remember as well. Then we signed Marco. I remember him from the Clippers series. We signed him, so he's here now. So, all right, solid offseason. Why did this guy have his mouth wide open? Brian Roberts, what's going on, bro? But, yeah, that's our offseason. Wilt Chamberlain didn't win the MVP. This scares me. He had a terrible season, bro. No, not a bad season by any means. He won Defensive Player of the Year. He's back to 1-0. So 26 points per game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 3 busts. I don't want to see him have a season like that no more, honestly. This season, I'm fine with, honestly. He did have a bounce back season, which is nice, obviously. Sure, you can say it's not like how it used to be, but I'll take this. Obviously, at one point he was averaging 33 and 20. Now it's back to being, a little bit more realistic. It's not realistic. Wilt Chamberlain was averaging that back when he was playing. So it's back to being just a little bit more, just solid, I should say. But still really good in my opinion. But now we got Philly in round 1, so we'll see if we're able to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. You guys saw Wilt's stats. He went 60 and 22. McGrady averaged about 27 points per game as well. He's 30 years old. He's getting older. But against Philly, we are going to beat them in 5 to play the Bobcats. The Bobcats, we beat them a couple years in a row, I think we beat them last year. We are going to sweep them to play the New York Knicks. The Knicks have Devin Harris, O.J. Mayo, Kalinko, Stephen Hunter, Tago Spiller. Against the Knicks, we are going to beat them at 5 to play the Thunder. The Thunder, once again, this team has been on a roll. Hopefully we can stop them this year. Hopefully this will be the year we stop them. They're going to take game 1. We're going to even it up. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And we beat them at 6. Yes, we can. And Tracy McGrady is bronze MVP. And just like that, we're back to winning championships in Orlando with Wilt Chamberlain. Tracy McGrady did most of the work. Wilt Chamberlain only averaged 22 in the playoffs, which is kind of disappointing. But hey, man, at least he won. He has now won 5 championships in his career. Still at 99, he's on a 1-year deal. It'll be interesting to see if he tests free agency with the Orlando Magic or not. Tracy McGrady, his inside went down. His overall didn't go down, but the team is regressing, though. I can definitely agree with that. Brian Roberts up to a 77 overall, though. Our backup center's down, though. So I think we'll still obviously be a good team like we were throughout the entire video. Chamberlain's back to being Wilt Chamberlain, winning MVPs, 30 points per game, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, or I mean almost 2 steals, 3.2 blocks, shooting 62% of the field. This is the Wilt I know winning MVPs, getting a lot of rebounds and scoring the ball at a high level. But I know he could do it better, and he's doing it a lot better. He also won another Defensive Player of the Year. So ended up being the number 2 seed. Philly still our number 1 seed, and I can't wait to beat them, hopefully. But with the number 2 seed, we finished off 62-20 on this season. Player stats, we had about 30 from Wilt, 27 from Jason McGrady. T-Mac and Wilt has been here since the beginning, man. Everybody else has Mike Miller. Gotta pay Mike Miller. He's been an amazing shooter, amazing role player throughout his entire time here. It's Anthony Robertson. I don't think this guy is real. He actually might be, but I don't really think he is. He looks kind of auto-generated. But all right, we got the Washington Wizards in round 1. The Wizards have Baron Davis, James Harden, a younger James Harden, obviously, as we all know, Kwame Brown. Obviously one of the biggest busts. But oh my goodness, though we lost for a second. But we're going to beat them in 7-0 at the Charlotte Bobcats. The Bobcats, once again, we've beaten them a couple of years. Still have Chris Paul almost at 99 overall at this point. He's been playing some good basketball. Here's the Bobcats. We're going to beat them how to play Philly. So Philly star 1 seed this year. They got Ramon Sessions, Brandon Roque. This is actually a pretty good team. So we might actually go get my game on this one. Game 1, they're going to take. Game 2, they're going to take. Game 3, we're going to take. Game 4, they're up 3-1, man. We're going to lose a 5 as we got the Mavericks in the championship. I knew this team was eventually going to get in there. They have Rondo, too. Wow, this is a good team. First of all, they have Rajon Rondo, one of the better point guards. Clay Richardson is starting at the 2 to feel like it's the perfect fit. They have Kevin Durant and Dirk Nowitzki. I said tell you everything right there. Danny Green is also off the bench for them. That's a pretty good team. It's still going to lose to the Philadelphia 76ers in 6 games. I think the Blazers have Curry and LeBron James. Like I said, a young Stephen Curry, 23 years old in his 2nd year, and a younger LeBron James, he's 26. So that team's going to be scary for the future if they build a better team. But yeah, that team's also going to be really good. There's some good duos on the horizon. I don't think Wilt Chamberlain signed an extension. So yeah, Wilt Chamberlain did not sign an extension with the Orlando Magic. I mean, he will be a free agent, I'm pretty sure. So he's a free agent right now. The Wilt Chamberlain is not a catcher. He's a free agent. He has 20 offers. Wilt Chamberlain is a free agent, so a lot of teams are obviously going to be offering. But the Jazz are his number 1 preferred. He's going to leave the Orlando Magic. I think this is what's going to happen. He has the Magic as his 3rd preferred list. He has the Jazz and Nuggets ahead of Orlando, even though they're offering him a 5-year deal, max contract. He's going to leave. Wilt Chamberlain is going to go to the Utah Jazz. What does Utah have that Orlando doesn't? So he ditches Tracy McGrady, the team that gave him an opportunity. He's going to leave them. He's going to leave Tracy McGrady. He's going to go to Utah. Wow. This is how the Utah Jazz look like. So they have Wilt Chamberlain, obviously. They have Dante Green. Okay, Dante Green being a pretty solid player. They have Chris Kaman from the 2003 draft class. So they're, I guess, he's get to play with somebody. He was in the draft class from 2003. They have Raymond Felton. They have a younger Gordon Hayward. He's 21 years old. I don't know if maybe leaving Jason McGrady was the right decision to join this team. But hey, man, I mean, Wilt Chamberlain joining your team automatically means you have a shot at contention. So let's work, Utah. Not a great season, man. This year did not hit like Orlando by any means. We didn't win any awards this season. He didn't even make the All-NBA first team. Greg Oden made over him, which literally never happens. But at least Curry and LeBron are doing well. But we ended up being the 6th seed in the West. Low-key, I miss Orlando. I wish I almost said Bill Russell. I miss Wilt Chamberlain. I wish he would never left. I ain't lying. But Orlando missed the playoffs without him, though. He was kind of holding that team together. But Like I said, I feel like he would have stayed. We still could have maybe won another championship. But he joins Utah. Probably one of the worst teams he could have joined. But I'm going to see the other teams, what could happen if he would have joined the other teams. But the Los Angeles Clippers, we have to play them around. I think the Clippers were a destination, too. Against Los Angeles, we are going to lose, man. We ended up being 46 and 36. Player stats, we had only 23 from Wilt Chamberlain. A career low for him in Utah. I think this is a career low of rebounds, assists, a career low on mostly not assists, but 2.8 blocks. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna lie. Utah was the wrong decision. He's playing terrible in Utah, man, or not good, not how he used to play at all. For him, that he had interest in as well as the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets really wouldn't have been better. I'm gonna lie. Yeah, that team wasn't really that good either. So I mean, they had Paul George, but like he's still really like a rookie. So I mean, he's still really young, as I should say. I don't know. I think he should went back to the Magic. He does win another championship, though. Brandon Roy, Finals MVP. Chamberlain is now 30 years old at this point, so yeah, he's obviously getting older, but Dante Green and Gordon Hayward are both going up, which is really good to see. And then we had to have at least a solid draft pick, so who did we draft? We went ahead and drafted Terrence Jones with the 22nd overall pick in the NBA draft. We also got Alec Burks. He was already here last year. I just didn't realize it. Signed Lanero Barbosa in free agency and Monte Ellis, so two pretty solid signings. Nene was here last year. I didn't even notice it, but I guess it was a pretty solid offseason. We'll see if this will lead to anything. Chamberlain won Defensive Player of the Year, so he's back to winning those at least in Utah. Still, I said, don't know why I did that, but he did it. We ended up being the 5th seed, though. We got Oklahoma City in round 1, 51 and 31 on the NBA season. Pretty good. Player stats, we had about, like I said, 25 from Wilt, 21.5 from Gordon Hayward. Like I said, still no teammate like how Tracy McGrady was, but it's okay. We got to move on now. We're in Oklahoma City. We got to play Oklahoma City. This team was winning a lot. Now, I think Gilbert Arenas left. They started to fall off. But we are going to lose in 7 once again. So still can't get past round 1 in Utah, as Philly went to another championship with Brandon Roy. But I guess we'll simulate the player progression and see if this team made any upgrades in the offseason. Progression, Dante Green, Gordon Hayward are both going up, but the rest of the team is regressing. We didn't really do much at all in the offseason, which sucks. Although we did trade for Drew Gooden at the trade deadline, so I guess that's something. MVP from Wilt Chamberlain. I know we couldn't a couple of years about winning an MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. So he wins both of those. We also went 62 and 20, which is amazing, obviously. So I'll absolutely take that. Made the All NBA first team. We finished our number 1 seed. So it was 62 and 20. We absolutely amazing. So player stats, we had about 25 from Wilt, Dante Green. Gordon Hayward's turned into a pretty good player. He'll be a free agent. 19 from Dante Green. We had about 12 from Anthony. He's back. No way, bro. Not this guy. Still a pretty good player, though. But 12 from Raymond Fellow, 10 from Chris Cammon, 8 from Monte Ellis, and 7 from Alec Burks. So we got the Clippers in round 1. The Clippers have Darren Collison. We got Yao Ming versus Wilt Chamberlain. That should be fun to see. We are going to beat them at 5. Finally, we're out of round 1 to play the Blades with Curry and LeBron. Yes, there's not really the best team around. That's why they haven't been succeeding much. But against the Portland Trail Blazers, we are going to beat them in 6. We beat LeBron and Steph. Then we got the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas has Rajon. Oh yeah, it's Kevin Durant. Durant once he's playing center though. That's not really normal. But against Dallas, we are going to beat them in 5 to play the Philadelphia. This team has been winning so much. It's time for Wilt Chamberlain to humble this team and beat them. Hopefully, Game 1 we're gonna take. Game 2 they evened it up. Game 3 they're up 2-1. We even up 2-2. They're up 3-2, and they will beat us in 6. Damn man, it's always Philly. Dude, they won 4 in a row. Somebody has to stop them, right? He's starting to regress. He's down to a 98 overall at this point, but that shouldn't really affect him much, in my opinion. His inside throw is a huge part of his game and his mid range, but I still feel like he's gonna be still gonna be the same player, really good as we all know. The rest of the team is regressing, which sucks. He didn't win any MVPs in real life. Neither did he average 30 points in real life, so that's pretty insane. But Nikola Jokic is in the league now. He wins Rookie of the Year. LeBron James was Defensive Player of the Year. This has been either Wilt or LeBron winning these defensive players. We're the 1 seed once again. 61 and 21 were, like I said, really good player stats. We had about 25 from Gordon Hayward. For the first time, Wilt wasn't the leading scorer in Utah, which is interesting. But Gordon Hayward just took over a little bit, man. We got Danny Green. Did we trade for him? Did we sign him? Looks like we signed him during the season or something like that. But welcome Danny Green. We got New Orleans in round one. So honestly, the goal is to get back to the finals. They have a pretty good team though. We'll see if we can beat them. We are going to lose in seven. So I had a weird feeling about that series. We're going to lose as Portland finally gets himself a championship with Curry and LeBron. Finally, man. Chamberlain is also a free agent this season. He wants to sign an extension with Utah, though, but he'll be a free agent. So it's time to see where Wilt goes this season if he resigns. Dante Green is also a free agent. He looks like he's going to leave, though. Yeah, he's not returning to the Jazz. Wilt Chamberlain is going to the Houston Rockets. That's his one offer in free agency. It's only the Rockets. The Jazz aren't offering him. The Rockets are offering the max contract, and he is going to. Never mind. There are more teams swooped in. The Pacers swooped in, and the Warriors swooped in, and the Jazz decided to offer him a contract. Looks like maybe a little too late. He's going to decide to join the Pacers instead, though, which is interesting. So he is going to go sign with the Indiana Pacers. So never mind. He falls out of free agency. So he fell out of free agency. The Pacers decided to not sign him. But I don't think he can sign with Utah anymore. They signed Kevin Garnett. But what did Indiana have to offer, though? Indiana had Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He could have paired up with two future superstars, but for some reason the Pacers just didn't want him. Why didn't they sign him? I don't know. Either Houston, Utah, or Milwaukee, and he is going to go sign with the Houston Rockets. So Wilt Chamberlain is a Rocket. So the Jazz lose out on both of their stars. They lose out on Wilt Chamberlain and Dante Green. He went to the Nets. Wow. It's looking like Wilt Chamberlain's regressing down to a 95, though. This team also doesn't look that good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, this team isn't good, bro. This team isn't good. I don't think this team's gonna win anything, sadly. He could have joined the Milwaukee Bucks as well. I think I've seen the Bucks had Bradley Beal, young Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, but he decided to not join the Bucks instead. So I guess he doesn't want to go to a young team, I guess. But his team could have been allowed to go. With a couple of years, his team could have been a contender. They just drafted D'Angelo Russell as well. We're also a team, but I don't really like the Philly Warriors. Gilbert Arenas wouldn't have been signed. They would have had Brian Roberts and a bunch of the team wasn't good. I'm going to just say that. So I don't really know. I mean, I guess Houston was the right decision. I still think he just stayed in Orlando, honestly, but this is the team he's going to have to work with. We'll see if he can get a championship in Houston. Here in Houston didn't go so well. We're only the 8th seed. We went 48-34, which wasn't great by any means. Player stats, Wilt Chamberlain only averaged about 23.5 1 3 total rebounds. When he started leaving Orlando, we just didn't win another. We got to the finals with Utah, but that was the best we got. And so not a bad season, but, just not the other ones, that's to say. But maybe we can make a farce still. We got Oklahoma City in round one. Obviously, this team, Chris Bosh, Dwight Howard, we'll see if we can beat the Thunder as we are going to go ahead and sweep them. All right, I mean, good sign. Now we got New Orleans. So the Pelicans, Derrick Rose, Danny Green, Cassiope, favored DeAndre Jordan in round two. We are going to beat them at 7. Hold on. Now we got the Portland Trailblazers. So the Blazers have Curry and LeBron. So I don't know if we beat this team, but we'll see. Game 1, we're going to take. Game 2. What a 8th seed we are, man. We're up 3-1, and we are going to beat them at 6. The 8th seed is in the finals. This could be our chance. This really could be our chance to get Will another ring against Charlotte. So Charlotte has Chris Paul, Von Wafer, Marvin Williams, Andrea Bargnani, Timothy Mozgov. Here we go. Game 1, they're going to take. Game 2, we ended up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. Wow, what a freaking season from the Houston Rockets. Went all the way from the 8th seed, beat all these top teams to win the championship. Wilt Chamberlain, you absolute dog. I got to see who went off in the playoffs for us. It had to be somebody who just went off, dude. Wilt Chamberlain was pretty good. Eric Gordon turned to a legitimate second option in the playoffs. So I'm just surprised this team was able to get it done, but we got it done. And what I did not expect, I really did not expect this team to do it, but we were able to do it. What a freaking season. Garnett retires with the Utah Jazz, but wow, we absolutely freaking did it, man. That's amazing. So I think I'll treat the player progression. I know Wilt's going to keep progressing, but after that championship, I'm happy we joined Houston, I guess. So we'll see if we can go back to back. See this season, don't rob Houston Rockets. We're the 8th seed and went all the way to the finals and won the championship. But we got to play the Blazers. We ended up beating them last year, though. We finished off 49-33 on the season. Player stats, Wilt Chamberlain only averaged about 20. Yeah, career lows are going to start to happen soon. He's 35 at this point. He will be a free agent at the age of, 38. So who knows if he's still going to be in the league. But, last say, career lows across the board, which is expected at this point. Still, man, we're never going to forget the first 4 years of Wilt Chamberlain's career. I thought this guy was going to keep averaging those stats, but he ended up falling off a little bit. But, all right, against Pro in round one, we are going to. This year we're going to lose in six. We don't get that Cinderella run this year. That Atlanta Hawks win the championship with Russell Westbrook, though. Wilt's down onto an 89 overall. The rest of the team is regressing a little bit as well. You see this year, so a little bit better in my opinion, a lot better actually. 52 and 30 on this team, which we'll absolutely take. Wilt Chamberlain averaged about only 19 points per game this year, 7 rebounds. 19.7 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, obviously. So the blocks aren't there anymore, rebounds aren't there anymore. He's still not trying to retire, though. He still wants to remain in Houston. But we got the Denver Nuggets in round one. DJ Augustine, KCP, Wiggins. We'll see if we can beat Denver, as we are going to beat them at 7 to play the Kings in round 2. So Sacramento is something like they have DeMarcus Cousins, Blake Griffin, pretty interesting team. Against Sacramento, we are going to beat them at 7. We come back down from 3-0, I think, 3-1. Now we got the Lakers, and the Lakers have George Hale, Kobe Bryant. They have Joakim Noah and Andre Drummond. So to beat the Los Angeles Lakers, we are going to sweep them to play the 76ers. So this would be our chance. For all the times Philly eliminated us, would be Bill. Dude, I don't know why I keep saying Bill. So what Chamberlain's chance to get his revenge? Game 1, they're going to take Game 2. No way Philly's going to own us throughout the entire video, man. Are we going to come back? No, we won 6. Gosh, dude. Brandon Roy keeps cooking us, man. And also isn't the best player in his team anymore. He's tied with Tim Thomas. And I hate to say it, man. It looks like our guy might be getting washed. We didn't even make the playoffs this year, but Wilt Chamberlain signed an extension because I know he wanted to re-sign. He signed a 3-year extension. Okay, so he'll be here for a minute, or a 2-year extension, I should say. So he'll be afraid at the age of 40, unless he ends up getting traded, which I don't think it'll end up happening. But yeah, he right now is probably going to retire. Houston Rockets. The Thunder win another championship. They added Jimmy Butler to the team now. Chris Humphrey is retiring. I remember him being with our team with the Orlando Magic for a minute. And then Gilbert Arenas is gone. Obviously, he dominated us when, obviously, I think he was in Oklahoma City for a couple of years. It was only 2 years, though. But, all right, we'll see how much he regresses this offseason. It's probably going to be a lot. We changed our logo. See, we might have even had a lottery because we missed the playoffs. We did. This was like the Zion, John Moran draft class. We went ahead and drafted Peter Washington, so we couldn't really get a superstar player in this draft, like I said, Zion or Ja, but I'll still take it, I guess. So Wilt is now. So we signed Carmelo Anthony for agency. We offered him a 3-year deal. So we signed Hoodie Melo, which is cool. So see Melo, welcome to the team. He can help us out a little bit. Wilt Chamberlain's not on to it. 80 overall, man. All these guys are regrets. This is an old roster, dude. But we signed Zubac to a 1-year deal, or I guess he'd been here. Washington, D'Anthony Melton is here now. But yeah, I mean, I don't expect much from this team at this point. Once again, we missed the playoffs. We went 34-48. We missed the playoffs. So we'll see who wins the championship this year. Is it going to be the Blazers with, once again, Steph and LeBron? So they won their second one, I believe. So Wilt Chamberlain is going to officially call a quit. He's going to retire at the age of 38. So, yeah, he was getting a lot washed. But he's going to retire now. So we'll go ahead and look at his career accolades and stats right now. Retired as a Laker, which is just so ironic. AJ also retired as a Laker, which we know there's a connection there. Finished off averaging 24.9 points per game throughout his career, 13 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.3 steals, 2.7 blocks. He won 8 MVPs. He made the All-Star team 5 times. He won Defensive Player of the Year 8 times. He won 6 championships throughout his career, 4 Finals MVPs. He made All-NBA First Team 12 times, made the All-NBA Second Team 1 time, and then he also made 12 All-Defensive First Teams. He made 1 All-Defensive Second Team, 1 Rookie of the Year. He made All-Rookie First Team, and yeah, those are with his stats and accolades. Finished off 10th in total points scored with 34K. He finished 10th with field goals made on 13K. And then 8th with free throws made, 7,335. Obviously, wasn't the greatest free throw shooter, but somehow he's still on this list, top 10. Number 5th on rebounds, 18,166. Obviously, this is the real Bill Russell, number 1, like the real one. Back when he played in the 19s, he played the Ward and stuff. That's the real Bill Russell. This is obviously the one that we're simulating the career of assists. Was he on here assist wise? I mean, he probably was. I mean, he was averaging like 5 assists throughout his entire career, almost 5 assists at this point. But I'll just tell you guys if I spot him though. Okay, he was here, so he was 53rd all time in assists, and then block. He was obviously probably up here. He might have been. He was number 2. Okay, number 2 on blocks. So right below Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem, one of the best shot blockers in NBA history. Man. That's a lot of blocks. 30th all time on steals, and then minutes. Was he up here anywhere? Minutes. This is the real Bill Russell. Minutes. He obviously played a lot. Okay, he was 29th on minutes played. Might have even played, as many seasons as these guys up here, like Kobe Bryant and those guys. Jabbar turnovers. This really doesn't matter too much stuff like that. Points per game. This is the real Wilt Chamberlain. Was I saying Bill Russell throughout this whole time? Hopefully I wasn't. I don't think I was, but I guess we can see where he got jersey retired from. He got jersey retired from the Utah Jazz and the Orlando Magic, the two teams that are, I guess he won a championship with every one of the teams he went to. I think so, or he didn't win with the Jazz, did he? Did he win a championship with the Utah Jazz? I actually don't know. I don't think he did. But anyway, he won 6 championships throughout this year. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.